Hello and welcome to my porch. My name is Roy. I am a home cook and amateur baker, and I am here on this channel typically sharing recipes that have helped me to lose over 125 pounds, whether those recipes are mine, they usually are, or someone else's. Now today, obviously I'm on the porch, and you know what that means. It's another Tag Tuesday with the traffic in the background and everything else. I don't know why there's so much traffic today. But I was tagged by Kim over at A Girl and Her Phone, and these questions came from Jason over at Average J. And I will leave links to their channels below, as well as the other folks who are doing either tags or WW content. Now you'll notice I'm in one of my, what I call my moo-moo shirts. This is from my heavier days, and I just don't want to get rid of it because I love the sentiment on it. Anyway, let us get on with the questions. I'm interrupting our regularly scheduled tag to wish Sandy from Let's Get Fit with Sandy a very happy birthday. Now, to make your birthday even happier, Sandy, I am not going to sing to you, because no one deserves that kind of torture on their special day. But I do wish you a very, very happy birthday today. Bye. And now back to the tag. If you get 1 hour to sit in your kitchen and talk to any historical figure, who would it be and why? I should have gone over these questions earlier and figured out my answers, because I have no idea. Nothing immediately jumps to mind. Well, the first person I think of is Edgar Allan Poe. Because, you know, I like horror, I like writing, and he was the OG Stephen King, I guess you would say. So I suppose I'd like to talk to Edgar Allan Poe and just see what his process was for writing, how he came up with his stories and that kind of thing. So that's how I'll go with. If aliens landed on Earth and said you can explore the galaxy with them, but it would take 10 years before you came home, would you go? If you have watched any of these tags, then you know I am pretty much a homebody. So would I go traveling across the galaxy for 10 years? Not on your life. And it has nothing to do with being away from Earth. I just don't want to have to deal with all the travel. Even if they had teleporters, like on Star Trek, I still don't think I'd do it. I mean, sure, it'd be interesting to see, but maybe they'll videotape things for me and send me a copy. You are stranded on a deserted island. What one book do you want with you to read over and over? That one is easy for me. It would be Salem's Lot by Stephen King. Carrie was my first love with Stephen King, but Salem's Lot has a lot of depth to it, a lot of nuance. It's one book I've read probably like 10 times, and I am praying that they do a remake of the old, I think it was CBS did a mini-series of it back in the early 80s, probably late 70s, 79 I think. So anyway, I would love for them to do a remake of that, because that one does not stand up well. Didn't stand up too well at the time, but I was young and willing to accept what I got. So please, please, someone do a remake, a good remake of Salem's Lot as a miniseries. Fingers crossed. Okay, what is number 4? What is your favorite movie quote? Okay, I did think long and hard on this, because I don't really have a favorite movie quote. So I actually had to edit this down because it took me so long to think of one. But I think it's when, at the end of The Wizard of Oz, when Glinda arrives and says to Dorothy, "You don't need help from anyone any longer. You had the power to go back. You always had the power to go back to Kansas," and that she just had to believe that she could. I mean, it's not really a quote, full quote. It's chopped up. But basically it was saying, you have to believe in yourself in order to get where you want to go. And I think a lot of us on our weight loss journeys have learned that. And maybe that's why it speaks so profoundly to me. Not profoundly enough for me to have had it right off the top of my head, but profoundly. 5, the world ends in 8 minutes. Who do you call? Well, I live with Paul, and the only other people I would probably call immediately for that reason would be my brothers and sisters, and talk to them and say goodbye. If we know it's ending, those would be the last people I would want to talk to. What is the best Christmas gift you ever received? I don't have an answer for that one. Sorry. What is the best TV show ever made? That's a tall order. I mean, there are a lot of great shows. Best ever made. I mean, not only is that subjective, but as you know, if you've watched this channel, I don't really have favorites of things. I have a group of things that I like. But best TV show ever made. I think maybe the one that keeps popping into my head is Star Trek. All of the iterations. And I would go with that because it projected humanity coming to a point where their problems had been resolved. It was just when they went out into space that they got other conflicts, but within the human race, the majority of conflicts and illnesses and things had been resolved. So I'm going to go with that, but again, best ever made. I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm going to go with. Is there a food you love to eat that other people find odd or gross? No. I don't like strange foods. I don't eat seafood. I mean, when I was younger, and I still like them. I don't think it's really odd. I mean, maybe it is, I don't know. But I like lettuce sandwiches. Is that odd? I guess I'll go with lettuce sandwiches. 9, what animal makes the best pet? If you've seen my other videos, again, the tags, you know I am not a pet person. So But if I have to choose something, I guess I'd go with a cat. I know I'm going to upset the dog people out there. But as I've said in previous things, I don't have pets because I don't want the responsibility. I don't want to deal with all of those other things, the financial part of it, the health part of it. I just don't want to deal with the responsibility of having a pet. So I'd probably choose cat only because they seem kind of self-sufficient. I could just throw down some kibble and, oh, then you have to clean the litter box. Dogs can go outside. Can I say none? For me, the best pet would be none. And sorry, that's what I'm going to go with. And number 10, what is your favorite type and brand of footwear? I am really sucking out on these questions this week because I don't have favorites. I buy whatever's cheap, whatever's on sale, whatever fits. I don't care about brands. I hate the idea of spending a lot of money just to wear something with their emblem on and advertise for them. Shouldn't I be getting paid for that? So I don't have one. I mean, how many of these did I not have answers for? I mean, I pulled a few answers out that was really pulling them out, but sorry, I don't have a favorite footwear. Brand, what was it? Brand, type, and brand. Okay, type, I guess. I do, maybe type. I was just thinking of overall branding, but I guess if to wear something on my feet, it'd be a sneaker or tennis shoe or whatever other people call it elsewhere, gym shoes. But sneakers, I guess, would be the type. So, okay, I got half of the question. The other half, brand, I don't care. If it fits, if it's cheap, if it doesn't fall apart immediately, I'm sold. Anyway. All right, so that is it. Those are my answers or non-answers for some of those questions. I am going to tag, once again, Jenn and Steve over at Embracing Chaos with Jenn. You guys are it. It's your turn, and as usual, I expect at least a little bickering. And thank you once again to Kim for tagging me, and for Jason over at Average J for creating questions that I honestly didn't have many answers for. So I hope you have enjoyed this tag, or at least the part that I answered. If you did, please give this video a like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, you know, the usual. And don't forget to follow me over on Instagram and the 2 Facebook groups that I have. One is Mine Alone, Recipes with Roy, surprise. And the other is Finding Our Way, WEIGH. I am the co-admin with Jennifer Lynn from the Jennifer Lynn channel and Bree Coleman from Balancing Life with Bree. So join me wherever you find me on social media. And until next time, bye.